In close quarters battle, fractions of a second matter. Special operations forces clear tight, unpredictable spaces where stealth and maneuverability dictate who survives. For decades, the standard tool for this environment was the MP5-SD. Its primary advantage was its integrated sound suppressor, making it exceptionally quiet and nearly impossible for an enemy to pinpoint in the dark. But it had a strict ballistic ceiling. Because it fired a standard 115-grain 9mm pistol round, operators lost effective range and stopping power the moment a firefight pushed past 100 meters. Looking at this lineup, the middle firearm is the MP7, placed above the MP5-SD at the bottom. The military tested the MP7 because its smaller, higher-velocity round improved armor penetration, yet its microcaliber failed to deliver the terminal ballistics needed for long-range engagements. The military issued a new set of requirements. They wanted a single low-visibility carbine, an LVC, that could fully replace both the MP5 and the MP7. The physical and acoustic parameters were uncompromising. The new weapon had to match the exact compact footprint and decibel level of the MP5-SD, but it needed to fire a heavy 30 caliber rifle projectile capable of engaging targets beyond 400 meters. There was also a massive logistical constraint attached to the request. This entire system had to be built directly into the standard AR-15 architecture. The reasoning was practical. The military possessed a vast global inventory of 5.56mm magazines, and operators had thousands of hours of deeply ingrained muscle memory built around the AR platform. Engineers were tasked with taking the absolute silence and maneuverability of a submachine gun, giving it the lethal reach of an assault rifle, and cramming all of it into a pre-existing mechanical layout. When looking for a 30 caliber round suitable for close quarters, the obvious candidate is the 7.62 by 39mm cartridge. You can see its native platform here, utilizing a distinctive curve in the AK-47 magazine. However, trying to force this Soviet-era round into an American AR-15 creates immediate structural and geometric problems. This document outlines why the 7.62 was eliminated, starting with the extreme taper of the cartridge case. Because AR-style magazines are designed with straight lines, inserting heavily tapered rounds drastically reduces feeding reliability and total ammunition capacity. There is an even more severe physical constraint. The wider base of the AK round forces engineers to machine a significantly larger bolt face on the rifle to hold the cartridge. By carving out more steel to enlarge that bolt face, the AR-15's locking lugs are structurally thinned out. This severely weakens the bolt under the higher bolt thrust generated by the ammunition. Faced with these mechanical dead ends, they realized they couldn't redesign the gun. Instead, they redesigned the brass to perfectly fit the gun. This engineering effort produced the 300 AAC Blackout cartridge. In this comparison, the Blackout variants sit on the left, next to the standard 5.56mm round. Looking at the schematic, the geometry becomes clear. The Blackout uses the exact same casehead diameter of 0.378 inches and the same body taper as a 5.56mm round. The brass is simply cut short to accept a massive .308 caliber projectile. Because the cartridge's back half mimics the 5.56, AR-15 magazines and standard bolts work flawlessly. Finally, the Blackout's geometry provides enough back pressure to inherently cycle both heavy six-sonic and high-velocity supersonic rounds seamlessly without adjusting the gas block. By hacking the ammunition rather than redesigning the rifle, engineers bridged the top between stealth operations and conventional warfare using the military's most ubiquitous platform. This engineering effort physically manifested in the AAC Honey Badger Low Visibility Carbine. This visual comparison places the new Honey Badger at the top against the benchmark MP5-SD at the bottom. Following the annotations, a distinct irony emerges. Despite firing a much larger rifle round, the Honey Badger is lighter and, at 28.5 inches, shorter than the MP5. While the MP5's 9mm round steeply drops off, losing kinetic energy, the .300 Blackout matches the flat trajectory of an AK-47. As this trajectory holds steady past 400 meters, operators gain the hit probability and penetration of an assault rifle from a submachine gun-sized weapon. This project received official industry-wide validation when the .300 AAC Blackout was standardized by SAMI in January 2011. Today, countless manufacturers produce .300 Blackout platforms. It has established itself as the global standard for suppressed personal defense weapons, serving military and civilian users. The Honey Badger and the .300 Blackout cartridge proved that true tactical innovation doesn't always come from reinventing the weapon itself. Sometimes the solution lies in reimagining the basic geometry of the ammunition that powers it.